Hello and welcome. I have a bag in my hands, and you see, I couldn't leave this bag, and I did the recording with the bag. You know why? Because this bag is very much a favorite one, and I had to keep it with me in all the conditions. That is why I'm doing the recording with this bag. Why is it? Why is this bag with me today? This is the example that will take a course in our today's topic. This bag played a big role on 3rd of October 2021 when a Spirit Airlines Airbus 320 Neo rejected a takeoff. So, how was that? Yes, the story is something like that. The bags took precedence over human lives or human comfort. What I mean to say is, when yesterday the Spirit Airlines evacuation was going on, that time almost all the passengers they started taking their bags from the overhead bin instead of saving their lives. I mean, with repeated warning of the crew, the passengers didn't listen to the instructions and they started collecting their bags from the overhead bin. The protocol says save your lives first, not the bags. But these bags are taking precedence. So, let's talk about the topic today. Yesterday, that is 3rd of October 2021, a Spirit Airlines flight was flying to Fort Lauderdale from New Jersey Atlantic City Airport. Now, when it was in the process of taking off from the runway 31, the cockpit or the pilots they found that something has happened to the engine number 2 and they had to reject the takeoff. They aborted the process and they came to a stop on the runway itself. And they ordered an evacuation. We'll go on the technical details afterwards, but before that, let us speak on the circumstances. What exactly happened is this flight NK3044 on 3rd of October, it was a Airbus 320 Neo aircraft that was taking off from the runway 31 at around 5:40 local time, and suddenly in the process of takeoff the cockpit parameters started disturbing. I mean, there was something happening to the right hand engine, and the pilot realized that it's really bad. So they rejected the takeoff and they came to a stop. Later, it was found that it was a bird hit. It was a big bird hit, and that is why they had to stop. They made the communication with the ATC. They asked for the necessary help so that they can do a safe evacuation and save the lives of the passengers and themselves. And at the time of the takeoff roll, because a bird hit to that engine number 2, there are flames that can be seen from the exhaust of the engine number 2, which the passengers also could notice. And there was a chaos due to this particular scene. And once the aircraft was stopped in the process of communication, once it was ascertained for the evacuation operations, the captain said, evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. We have a bird hit and we have to evacuate. Please avoid the right hand engine or right hand side. And the communication was made to the ATC. Now, ATC sent the fire engines so that the fire could be controlled, and the pilot took necessary procedures or complied the necessary standard operating procedures. Even the cabin crew, they started they initiated the evacuation procedure. But there was chaos in the cabin. The chaos in the cabin was hard to control. The Spirit Airlines crew did a great job by handling and restricting the injuries to the passenger to around one or two. But it could have been a better scene there or a better execution there had the passengers been little disciplined, or if they would have taken the instructions of the cabin crew, so the chaos could have been avoided and there would have been a further smooth evacuation operations. But what was seen in this particular time was everybody was, or all the passengers, the 106 passengers, they started collecting the bags from the overhead bin. Hardly few of them were wise not to do this baggage collection thing, or they were trying to help the scene, but most of them, they started collecting the bags, which is forbidden in these circumstances. You need to help your co-passenger to move forward, because if you start collecting your bags, the passengers behind you or around you cannot move. You need to help them save your life and their lives as well. But this couldn't materialize, so there was a chaos there. Even while evacuating through the slides, there were little bit a fumble kind of thing, but that was well taken care of. One of the elderly lady was like she fell down on a face-to-face situation on the tarmac, and situation was well taken care of, but it could have been better. Outside the scenario was some people started filming the event. Okay, now we need to understand it's kind of a crisis, and we need to clear the area as soon as possible. We have to go to a distance which will be way clear of this crisis, but that was not happening. People started filming that area and making a gathering around the runway. So that was unwarranted. That was not required in this case. Could have been like to give way for the other passengers. This could have been stopped. The filming is not an important aspect when you do evacuation. So these are the things that could have been taken care of, which didn't go well during this evacuation. Now, if we talk about the technicalities, what exactly happened and how it happened. Engine number 2, that is the torque. Engine number 2, we had this bird strike in the run of takeoff, and we found this Pratt & Whitney engine, it got hit by a big bird, due to which, if you see this particular pictures after the incident, one of the fan blades, low pressure compressor fan blades, got snapped. That means we can imagine the size of the bird, how big the bird would have hit there. Apart from that, we could see the flames during the takeoff roll. That means the fan blade got damaged, the surrounding structure got damaged. Surrounding structure is the acoustic and the abradable layers that got damaged. The structures behind the fan blade, may it be the low pressure compressor stages, or may it be the turbine stages afterwards, there was damage, or else the fire incident or the fire spitting would not have happened during the process. Of course, what we saw from this picture, or what you can also see from the picture, there are damages, or there are fire damages to the thrust reverser. Specifically, this outboard thrust reverser, you can see the burnt marks, which definitely indicates that the damage was extensive inside the engine. So, and because there was a sustained fire for some time, that means there was a fuel leakage as well. Fuel leakage, the damages to the stages of compressor and probable stages to the turbine. Of course, these all things will be, found out after a detailed investigation by the inspectors and investigators of the authority. But what we can see from the outside, or what we can see from these pictures, is the fan blade, and then the damage to the fan case internal layers or internal structure, that is the abradable layer and the acoustic layers. And aft side, or the towards exhaust, we could see burnt TR cowl, and maybe due to sustained fire there will be some fuel leakage, or some fuel lines might have got affected due to this as well, what we understand. There will be more. So as a overall, if we are going to going to do a assessment about this engine, it may need a major overhaul. A boroscope inspection might reveal the details, but what we can see, or what we can understand from this incident, it might need a major overhaul. Also, the nacelle part, the thrust reverser, that also might go for a major overhaul. So the incident part is okay, technicalities are okay, the lives could be saved, maybe hardly one or two injuries were there, but that could also have been avoided. It's a good thing that it didn't become a very big fatality like in previous cases we have seen. Due to such incidents and chaos inside the cabin, few passengers could not be saved. That is a concern definitely for everybody, not only the co-passengers, but for the aviation fraternity, that this kind of scenarios and situations be avoided whenever warranted. So this was today's discussion, and the bag I had brought for the example was just to show that we don't need our favorite bags to be attached to us at the time of a crisis or at the time of evacuation from an aircraft. Life is much more precious than the favorite bags. Because what happens, we can't be selfish to save only our lives or our belongings. There are other passengers who needs to be saved as well. They needs their lives to be guaranteed. And who will do this? At least for the humanity's sake, it is our responsibility to save their lives, not the bag. It doesn't have life. It might contain many precious things, including documents or anything, maybe passports or ID cards or the money or any such thing. But this is valueless when we talk of a human life. So today's discussion was less of technical side to give you some idea about the aircraft damage, but it was more of the scene the whole world saw, or the scenario the whole world witnessed, and they are talking about this incident right now. They are talking more of the behavior inside the cabin than what actually happened. Bird strikes we cannot prevent. We cannot prevent these incidents. These are quite but natural and non-preventable. But what could be done is the post-bird strike actions or part. Cockpit did its job. Pilots did their job. The cabin crew did their job. It is now the passengers who who have to comply, or passengers must follow the instructions of the in charge inside the cabin. Then only we can ensure the safety of all the passengers without a single injury, because the aircrafts are designed in case of this crisis or the smaller crisis, the human lives can be saved safely uh, without any hassles. So this was today's discussion. If you have anything to say or anything to discuss, please write down in comments. Also, follow me in my FL360 Aero website or FL360 Aero social media handles, where also you can put down your comments and put down your remarks. We can discuss more about more topics about aviation. Thank you very much for watching today's video.